Hello, Hayden Barton for the Batman tradition. I'm back. Well, I say that every video, but I am back. Welcome back. It's been a minute. Exciting news today. Very exciting news because I've expressed enough on this channel and my Instagram page or wherever else I post how much I love and adore Val Kilmer, right? I've told the story before about how, to kind of recap it a little bit, how when he passed, I was really reminiscing about scenes of him and Bruce Wayne I really liked, Batman, and there was that shot of him riding in the Jaguar that I really liked, pulling up to go meet Nicole Kidman's character, Dr. Meridian. And I ended up going around and sharing that to all my friends and posting it, just thinking it was so cool. And just lo and behold, the very next day, that same Jaguar pulled up to my work. It was across the street, and it was there, same color. It was baffling, which then led me to go on and think, I have such a connection with that scene a little bit. This feels so weird. Let me go see if I want to get something signed by Val. And lo and behold, on the website, one of the few they have was a shot of him signing said photo of that scene. So of course I had to go pick it up. It came with the sweetest pic of Val signing it as well too, that I love so much. And then from there, it just became such a rabbit hole of, the sunglasses he wears in that scene. You can kind of see them. Well, I cover a lot of sartorial items when I can that Bruce Wayne wears, and those have kind of been a diamond in a rough holy grail item I've been trying to find for years. I'd go on and off, kind of search for them for a little bit, hit a dead end, give up, get a little inspiration, go do it again. But miraculously, that same week that all this occurred, it just lo and behold that the person who actually fitted Val for those sunglasses happened to make a post about said sunglasses. So the brand was finally identified as a pair of Calvin Klein's. I then immediately rushed, well, what are the chances I could ever get those, right? I go search online, someone's selling them. One pair online, someone's selling them. And through there, it just became such a cool connection through all those that, I don't know, just made it kind of closer, really made my appreciation as much as already was for Val Kilmer, his career, his talent, dude's just sheer charisma and everything between. And of course, Batman and Bruce Wayne, because I grew up with Batman forever, just like everybody else did. Love that film. Who doesn't, right? So then comes this, which is the reason of today's video. Just fixing that a little bit. Here we are. So this just arrived today. Now, the Val Kilmer estate has been doing a really cool job of still running his page and, sharing a lot of the things Val worked on and he created, because he was an artist. He loved creating different things and doing very art style projects based on films he had done or characters he had played. And so by sheer fate, I just happened to be like, when they posted this on their story that these went live, it was literally like, when it shows how long it's been up on the story, it was like less than a minute or a minute. Like it almost felt like fate again that I happened to click on this and they're live for sale. So the picture they posted was one of a Batman thing he drew and kind of, created. And so then by sheer will, I had to go check that out. So if any of them were available of like the ones that they posted, I immediately had to go get it. I thought it was the coolest thing on the planet. I was like, these are hand drawn and created by Val. So this is like literally a limited once in a lifetime opportunity to pick one of these up. So luckily, me thinking that they're already going to be sold out within, seconds, like most things on the internet do nowadays, I rushed to it, put one in my cart, hit checked out, just praying it wouldn't tell me it was out of stock or it wasn't available anymore. Well, lo and behold, hit checkout and a dream came true. So it just arrived today. I have not taken one look at this thing other than I basically ripped open the tape from it. So this is essentially me taking it out of the box for the first time. So here we go. Prepare to be amazed. Still working on it, hold on. So from reading the details about this as well too, sort of the history of it, there was 4 available on the website, maybe 5 because I checked after, so it might have counted as 5, the fact that they took this one off when I purchased. And they came in all different types of, colors and styles they created. But if you remember Batman Forever, when I think of Batman Forever, neon green just seems to click with it. If you look at a lot of the promotional photos, the Riddler, the cool shot of him driving the Batwing in the air through the question mark, everything about it, the green just kind of resonates with this film a lot. And so when I was looking at it, this is the one that just spoke to me the most. And as literally, as you can see, it's still in the bubble wrap. So again, I'm honest on this channel. I'm fair. Well, not really, but not consistent either. But here we go. Prepare to be amazed. So in this, and if I remember correctly, it was actually, now I can't see the back of this, but it was actually, he created it on the flip side of, I think, one of the Mark Twain projects he did. Like, this was either some sort of a picture or a newspaper cutout or something that it described in the details, that he actually flipped it over and then hand drew this on itself. So this is a 1 of 4, 1 of 5, once in a lifetime purchases, a Batman picture created by Val Kilmer that I'm looking at it now kind of in awe that I got a chance to get it. But before I take it out of the wrapping, here we are. Now you can see the neon green, and if you can't read that completely, it says "Chicks dig the car," one of his most famous lines in the film. He seemed to have quoted that a lot, which probably as he got older was probably enjoyable as doing something, that for as serious as a character as Batman is, there's a little bit of humor in there occasionally. It spoke in the details about how, fair warning, there might be some bumps and scratches on these drawings, like they're not going to come pristine, brand new, which basically based off the factor of how Val did these and how they're literally from him from scratch, a unique, once one of a kind. I like that even more because basically, and what I'm getting to, hold on, should have brought a knife, but all right, that was taking too long. I had to work some magic on it. But what I mean by some of the details of it not looking perfect is you can kind of see there are some marks in the frame, some little, dings here or there, marks, which I actually like. Like, that's cool for me because of the story of him actually working on this. The fact that there are little imperfections of it kind of show just a little bit more of the uniqueness of it and more of just the sheer Val Kilmer of it, which I really love. But, here is it in all this glory, which you can see, of course, is signed by him. And then they have it numbered on the back. And, something that I didn't even know was coming with it, that, came with it, that, obviously I love, a certificate of authenticity. So, I can prove to anyone who questions it that I am a honest man, as I just said. It says, "This certificate verifies the authenticity of the accompanying original artwork by Val Kilmer. The artist's signature on this document attests that he has personally inspected and approved the artwork. This document further verifies that no other version or copy of this exact artwork is known to exist." Signed by Val Kilmer. And then, just as a little added cherry on the top, they really didn't have to do this. But, this is just so cool, too. They added this as well from another one of his films. Signed by him again. So, for, there's so much to say about Val, and the characters he played, his legacy, how much everybody loves him, how talented he was. He's just one of the coolest guys on the planet. There's so much about his Bruce Wayne and Batman that I love. And, I've spoken about it before, how there's so much of a renaissance going on for that film. And, people revisiting it or sharing new memories of it. WB was really cool on Batman Day, that was kind of the focal point of Batman Day, was the re-release of that. That, they had the Batmobile out. They're starting to do more merchandise for it that I'm very happy for, because there's so much good and special things about that film and his portrayal of it. and how much it, deep dives into Bruce's psychology. Really the first film that really, didn't go fully into it, but really kind of started to question his motives and what he was going for in those films and some of the repercussions of him and his actions, leading up to that, that you never saw in any other films. You really only saw in comics, and they really dived into that. And there's so much good scenes from Val in that are just some of the best Bruce Wayne and Batman scenes of all time. And of course, the legendary Schumacher cut out there that, I have faith that we'll all see one day. But quick video just to show you this incredible artwork from Val Kilmer that I am just in awe that I got a chance to have. Something that, the signature is one thing, the glasses are one thing, but then a piece that he himself actually created on his own, signed and kind of created with the thought of giving to fans. You don't have a lot of actors, and nothing against other Batman actors, but that have done that or thought about doing that for fans. So that's just another thing about Val that is just so cool about him, and how generous he was, and how much he really took him playing these characters, and as he got older and as the years passed, really used it as like, if you know me from Batman, please come and celebrate Batman and this Bruce Wayne for me, please. But again, there's just rare opportunities that, even more as he's passed, the appreciation I already had for him, I just keep finding more and more reasons and different ways to basically showcase it, celebrate him and his films and his Batman portrayal, that I know, this is just another great step in that, of many more I'm sure to come. So thank you to the Val Kilmer estate. Thank you, Val, for your generosity, all your talent, all your hard work and heart that you put into everything and this Batman character. We all love you. This has been Hayden Barton for the Batman Tradition. Take care.